Welcome, everybody, to the 300th episode of Bella in Your Business. I want to just start this off by honoring you and saying thank you so much for being here with me. Whether you've listened from the very first episode or you're just a recent listener or even a sporadic listener, I just seriously want to say thank you. It is the biggest honor for me to be in your ears while you're walking dogs, doing laundry, cooking, driving the kids around. And I don't take that lightly. Every single episode I come, I want to speak directly to you. I want to help encourage and inspire and motivate you and let you know that you can do hard things. Okay. Having a business is very hard and you can do hard things. And I would not be here without you guys, without seeing that our stats keep going up and up and up and up, where there's about 1,000 downloads a week right now. It wouldn't be worth it. And it's those emails, it's those text messages, it's those DMs that I get that say, hey, I really love that episode. Thank you for doing it. That just makes all the difference in the world. Now, in honor of the 300th episode, I have not really changed the cover profile of my podcast since like 2016. So you might have noticed something different. We just redid the podcast cover, so it looks a little bit different. So that's exciting. And it's really touching. It's very touching. I know there's a lot of kids out there that are listening. Hey, what's up? I know Leia's kids are out there. Randa's kids are out there. I get regular retweets or reposts from Christine and Kathy, who are always listening. I just really appreciate you guys. And this would not be worth it unless this was a two-way conversation, right? And I think back, I'm going to kind of tell you, this week, the week it actually posts is my birthday week. Last recording, I said it was my birthday week and my dates were off, so forgive me. But this is posting on July 21st, which is also my daughter's birthday. And I'm bringing that up because so my birthday is on the 18th of July. Hers is on the 21st. And I checked in the hospital 8 years ago on my birthday on a Friday and had her on a Monday. And I started this. I looked back in all my notes. I started this June 2014. And then I had one in July and September and November. It was just one podcast episode. And then in 2015, it was almost like once a month as well. It wasn't until about 2016 that I started getting really consistent and producing them like every Thursday for you. And we've pretty much been very consistent since January 2017, every single Thursday. I listened back to the first episode, and you guys, if you haven't and you have some time and you're looking for something interesting, I think it would be really cool for a couple of reasons. First, it's called How to Get Through the Hiring Slumps. The first one is I talk about the audit case studies. I keep saying you guys instead of jumpers. You can tell it sounds like I'm in a tin can because I was using the speakers on my laptop and my whole house was tile. And so I would do it in my walk-in closet because it was the only place that had like carpet and that helps with the echoing. It was really surreal to listen to. And, I've obviously grown a lot over the years, but it's funny because the themes are still the same. The technology might have developed, but the themes are still the same. From the very first episode, I was talking about hiring. I was using my own examples. Little did I know that I would end up in NICU with one of the world's smallest female babies for 182 days. But I was talking about hiring and systems and processes. And the second episode was all about how I got 1,700 hits on my blog in a day, because back then you could write a blog and then put it on social media in certain ways and you would get all this traffic, right? Now, if you put a link on a comment on Facebook or on a post, Facebook won't show you in the algorithm because it doesn't want you to be taking people off. You have to hide it in the comments. I know my Better Marketing with Bella people know this already, but now you know if you're not in Better Marketing with Bella. Anyhow, in episode 4, it was employees and blog and daily, but I was 115 days into my NICU experience. NICU is baby ICU for those of you who don't know. And it's surreal for me to listen back. It's kind of like opening up a time capsule. But again, what I was doing is I was very new to podcasting. I looked up even statistics then. Only at the time in 2014, 15% of people were listening or knew what a podcast was, as opposed opposed to now, it says 32% of people listen to them monthly, at least according to the research I found, and that 74% of those people are looking to learn, right? And I think that's why you listen to me, right? Probably one to figure out, like, to see like the shock factor of what's going to come out of my mouth, because you never know, but also to learn and to be inspired and kind of like push your boundaries of thinking, right? There have been a couple other pet sitting podcasts out there. I have a cohort. It's a Pet Sitter Confessionals with Megan and Colin. They're also reaching or just reached their 300th episode as well. And they publish twice a week. I've been a guest on their podcast. Their podcast is super great. They interview pet sitters everywhere and hear their stories. And it's a great one too. So you should check that out. I feel like the more that you can learn and the more points of view that you can get, the better your business can be, right? And there's not a ton of options in our industry. There's none that have been really consistent and very long standing and with really good depth. So I commend you for spending this time with me. I don't take it lightly. I do have a show prepared for you today, and it's 11 questions to ask yourself. If you